was 13 pages long. 13 pages. Now here's the deal. I've been lucky and fortunate to go to college and be a part of different organizations, but never in my day have I ever completed a 13-page application of anything. Right. This application made you get it notarized, letters of remorse, letters of recommendation, unnecessary. We reduced that to 1 page. 1 page. Also, the person had, once we restored their rights, we have now added a notation on their criminal record that says Governor McCall restored their right on that day. So when they actually go and take that step towards employment, and they, even though they have that piece of paper, now it's on their record though, that they have their rights restored. And I think the one that is near and dear to me and near and dear to the governor is no longer will a financial barrier be there for any person who's committed a crime in the past. If you did not pay your court costs and your court fees or restitution, you were not able to move forward in the process and get your right to vote back. No longer will we have that under this administration. Those costs will not be a barrier to a person achieving the right to vote. To us, that was akin to the poll tax from years ago under what we call an old Virginia. Here's the thing, I tell the governor every day, he talks about all the successes we've had in economic development. He's actually brought in $775 billion in capital investment. Our whole thing is, in order to build that new Virginia economy, you have to also have a new Virginia values along with that. And those new Virginia values involve forgiveness and redemption and giving people second chances. I just think it's apropos that the Pope is coming to town, coming to D.C. This week. And the Pope talks about forgiveness for people who've actually made mistakes in their lives, who want to move forward and actually be productive members and contribute to society. I am not an overly religious guy, but there's a verse that I think of all the time, and that is in Ephesians 4:32, when the scripture says that, be forgiving and kind to others as the Lord is forgiving to you. And I think that's what we are doing in our quest to make sure that people come back to society, are contributing members, and actually get their foot in the door for employment to feed their family and put a roof over their family's heads. That's what it's all about. I pinch myself every day because a kid like me hasn't been Secretary of the Commonwealth, and it's just an awe-inspiring experience. Because I come from a family where I grew up on free and reduced lunch. I grew up in a single-parent home, and my father at one time had a felony conviction on his record as well. And I remember the days that he would struggle with possibly getting a job. Walking to McDonald's or walking to being a construction worker, but sometimes being turned away, and that threat of possibly getting caught, of whether or not he was going to fill that box that said, I've committed a crime before. People every day walk around with a scarlet letter on their chest. And I just believe that shouldn't be. We should be a forgiving community. We should be a forgiving society. And so I want to thank all the people here, our stakeholders, who help us move towards that forgiving society. And here's the thing, we're at 10,000 and what now? 535. This would not be possible without my team that works day in and day out with me. We got Sandra Antoine, Calvina is here as well, LaShonda is here, and Jack as well. I mean, these are people, and here's the thing, I wish I had 20 more of the people I just named right here. And when the General Assembly comes back into session in January, you will find me knocking on each and every one of their doors, talking about more funding for the Restoration Rights Program here in Virginia. Here's the thing. It's my hope one day that these guys are without a job, because this should be an automatic process. And there should not be a petitioning of the governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia in order to get your job, or get your rights back. However, since it's not the case, we're going to do everything we can, and you guys are going to keep the jobs at the same time. I just want to say happy National Voter Registration Day. Let's register as many voters as we can. Let's restore as many rights as we can. Yes. I think people are counting on us to do that, and I just thank you for everything you guys have done. So, thank you so much. You want me to take some questions now, Clovia, or what do you want me to do? Oh, we got some rights grants. So here's the deal, this is, to me, the most, my job also involves, the appointment of individuals to boards and commissions, and there's nothing that touches my heart like when we restore someone's rights right here on the spot. And I've been with the governor around the state when we've done this as well, and it is, I'm going to try and hold myself together.
Yes.
But it's a really, really, it really gets me. Yeah. And so today we're going to restore the rights right here on the spot to 3 individuals. 4. Oh, there's 4. Can I have Joseph Richardson, Daryl Jefferson, Michael Cooper, and Cassandra Jackson.
Yes. Yes.
All right, I'm going to read the grand order. Whereas Joseph, Daryl, Cassandra, and Michael, after being convicted and sentenced for crimes at the dated hearings held in the city and county courts noted below, whereas Joseph, Cassandra, Daryl, and Michael, by reason of conviction, suffers political disabilities, to wit, denial of the right to vote, to hold public office, to serve on a jury, to be a notary public, and to ship, transport, possess, or receive firearms. And whereas it appears that all sentence obligations have been fulfilled, and it seems appropriate to the executive to remove certain of his political disabilities by restoring his right to vote, hold public office, serve on a jury, and to be a notary public. Now therefore I, Terrence R. McCall, Governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia, by virtue of the authority vested in me, do hereby remove the political disabilities, except for the right to ship, transport, possess, or receive firearms, under which he labors by reason his convictions, as foresaid, and do hereby restore his or her rights to hold public office, serve on a jury, and to be a notary public, given under my hand and under the lesser seal of the Commonwealth of Virginia on September 14th, 2015, in the 240th year in the Commonwealth. Signed, Governor Terry McAuliffe and LeVar Stone.
Congratulations.
Appreciate that. All right, so who we got here? Joseph. Congratulations. 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 Daryl. All right. Mike. Congratulations. And so here's my homework, because
Oh, we got you.
if we didn't have any homework, this wouldn't be all. You all worked very hard, and I hope we've lessened the process that you don't have to jump through so many hoops. But you just received your rights back. The right to vote, particularly, that is very, very important here. Our only request is to use those rights. It would be all for naught if you guys went through all this process, just not to use them ever again. So my ask of you is to continue to participate. This is yours. This is your community. You guys can contribute in any way you want to now. And so it's my hope that you guys will use those rights and make it happen. Okay?
Yay!